Crazy day in the Champions League. Hello, guys. Welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam, and we are back again with another one. And we have just had one of the most craziest day in the history of transfers today. So many things happened that so many people cannot even, fathom to think it actually happened, but it did. So I'm gonna go as fast as I can today in the transfers, people, and I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section because it is just way too goddamn much. But that's why we love here. That's why we are enjoying this thing. And I'm going to really enjoy this one, really. So, first of all, I'm going to try to go back as far as I can go. The first thing that I can try to tell you from what has been happening was we got some insight on whatever that is happening between us now and Victor Gokores. So, what we've been told, by the way, we'll get to that Noni story because I know you saw it when you opened the video. The Noni story is going to be exciting. It's a lit. Is the supper you need in a day. It'll further make you smile for the whole entire day and tomorrow. So don't worry, we'll get into that story. So Arsenal are about to give up on the Victor Gokores due to the demands of Sporting. The Swedish striker remained firm in his instinct. He's not reporting for pre-season training, which is actually tomorrow. Or if you're watching it today, which is going to be interesting on Friday. That's according to this. So we've been wondering what has been delaying. I thought this deal was done. Now it's coming up clear that the reason what's happening is because Arsenal wants to do the deal for Victor Gokres in their own term. According to what we've been told in reports, they just a €5 million evaluation between the two sides for them to actually reach an agreement. And what is happening is this: there is gonna be some delay and a lot of things that are happening, and I get it, I understand it, but we'll see how that one plays out. Like, so that's what we've been told. That's what's delaying. Arsenal as well. Official confirmed that Christian Nogard will be joining Arsenal from Brighton for about I thought it was €10 million, but pounds, but actually it's about £15 million, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, it build up to 15, but it's 10 in the initials, then it build up to 15. That's what's gonna be happening with this one. Noga signs a deal of about 2 plus years, so two with a feather to make it 30 the third year, and that's exactly what's happening. And we have to keep an eye on this one because anything can happen. And we now move away from the Nogat situation in Arsenal. We're gonna talk Rodrigo because Rodrigo has been in the transfer news today more than any other player. So the first thing that came from Marca. Marca is so loud, people. And I've never seen any newspaper so louder than Marca. Since I started this football thing, going deep into the connect, Marca is so loud. Maybe because that Real Madrid is taking my players. Maybe that's why I feel like that. But it is just so loud, goddamn loud. Anyway, let's talk about this. So Real Madrid have made it clear to Rodrigo that a move away from the club is destined. That was the first report. And they came again and they say breaking news. Real Madrid have reported to Rodrigo that he's set to leave the club this summer. That's according to them. So he has to look for a club, and whatever that they do, we don't really care. That's what had happened. So it means Rodrigo has to move. I thought that's what the player wanted until again another newspaper from Spain came with another story. We'll get into that one. But official the Club World Cup Team of the Week has been revealed, and it stands like this: Donnarumma, the goalkeeper; Akim, Marquinhos, Chalobah, and Kukurea at the back line. Then we have Firmin Ruiz and the Enzo Fernandez. Then we have Pedro Nato, we have Bacola, we also have João Pedro. Then lastly, we have Usman Dembele. That's the team of the week. That's interesting. Real Madrid were destroyed, by the way. Really, really destroyed. And like as we move on, news continued again. Some of the news I'm jumping them because they are in relation to Liverpool. We'll get into that on the Football Connect LFC, so you should go check it out because that's where we cover that information. So an interesting story that came out from a United account, and I really feel terrible that I fell for this one. So he said Napoli president said yes, we want Garnacho he is at Manchester United. We take him from United and he becomes twice the player he is. And I'm like, okay, is that Napoli telling us they're going to sign Garnacho? But we will play the fool. We'll explain how we will play the fool as we continue with the video. We will play the four people. That is the truth. There's so many. So let's go back to Real Madrid. Like I told you, Marca is too loud. It was really loud today. So just in Real Madrid, they have now informed Xavi Alonso that they will back him no matter what decisions he makes. The club consider that there is a serious ego problem in the team, and they are willing to let Xavi handle it in how he sees fit. So it seems like if Xavi says he wants a Bumpy out, a Bumpy will be out. A Vini out, a Vini will be out. A Rodrigo out, a Rodrigo will be out. Because he has been given the power to make some decisions which are really important. Remember, I told you that we played the four by United. Fabrizio Ramon comes in and says that Napoli president De Flante has not released any statement or interview about Alejandro Garnacho. Napoli are also working on Garnacho deal at this stage. Are not by the Napoli are not working, not working on a Garnacho deal at this stage of the window. That's what Fabrizio Ramon is. So that story is dead. We're not getting back into it. And there was just funny thing that came out, which Xavi Alonso was crying how he suffered. Then the floodgates opened in England. What happened? Breaking news came out of nowhere. David Ornstein, Tottenham Hotspurs are set to turn their focus to Morgan Gibbs-White as they work to continue to blast to Thomas Frank's squad next season, reports David Ornstein. And I'm like, okay, what does this mean? Then we were also distracted when we were being told Ange Postecoglou has been awarded by Nottingham Forest and the Olympic owner Alejandro for becoming the first Greek manager to win Europa football. Then I'm like, okay, interesting. I love that because we're at least away from Spanish. Then we went back again to Spanish because according to, is it Dorios AC, they said Rodrigo wants to stay at Real Madrid. So as much as we have been hearing that he has told the club that he wants to leave and is tired, it's actually clear that Rodrigo actually wants to stay at Real Madrid. That's exactly what this newspaper is saying. We'll get back to that because Madrid never keep quiet, especially with the report news that they have all over them. Then another news came from Santi where he was telling us that El Hale have decided to withdraw on the Victor Osimhen race. Now that's clear. It means that stops anything. There's not gonna be any movement, and that's what we're gonna be seeing from now on. Then Fabrizio Romano came back. I mean, this man was a busy man today, and what he had to say was, as of Thursday afternoon, I'm not aware of Gokure's to Arsenal deal being off or collapsed. It's a tense situation because Arsenal wants to close the deal on their own condition. Arsenal are relaxed. Talks remain ongoing. Reports Fabrizio Ramon. That's what he told us that was happening. Arsenal wants to run the whole show. They want to do it in their own way. They're not going to be allowing Sporting to make them do whatever they want to do because they're goddamn Arsenal. They'll do what they want. Anyway, that's what I think that is really happening in that room. But there are some tense situation that is happening with this deal. Let's find out how that one comes to an end, but that's what we were told. Then Fabrizio Romano gave an update on the Rodrigo situation, and this is what he had to say. A meeting is planned next week between Real Madrid board and Rodrigo's camp to decide the player's future. If they receive a good proposal, they are ready to accept it. The decision will totally be up to the player. That's according to Fabrizio Romano. He first confirmed that Real Madrid wants Rodrigo out of the club, and secondly confirmed that if there is a good offer that comes in, Real Madrid will be happy to accept it. The decision will go back to the player. So that one was going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on because that's what we're here for. Then just to make a joke about it, because I told you the Noni story is coming, I just want to tell you that about over 2.2K signatures had been made online by Arsenal fans against the potential of signing Noni Madueke, the tele football report. But I don't think that really worked with those signature people. I don't think that works. Then the Gibbs-White issue started to heat up because after that, Morgan Gibbs-White, 25 to Tottenham, is accelerating quickly, minimum of around 60 million pounds, sorry, move club to club talks happening, report Sam Obi of BBC. Somebody you should always check out because when he put out information, it's either it's really relevant. He doesn't just throw out information out of nowhere. He speaks it because it is really relevant. So that's what we were told. Then we moved to El Hali again because they had the done deal that El Hali have signed Theo Hernandez from AC Milan for about 25 million euro. The Frenchman will earn around 75 million euro over a 3-year contract. Then Gibbs-White came back again as James Pace from the Telegraph's report that Tottenham Hotspurs are ready to trigger Nottingham Forest midfielder Morgan Gibbs-White £60 million release clause, and Spurs are confident of agreeing a deal. The report, of course, the Telegraph. So that's how we were told about this. Then it even got even more interesting as another guy called Mark came out and said, breaking news, Morgan Gibbs-White will have a Tottenham medical tomorrow. They will trigger his release clause at Nottingham Forest. He has been given the green light to go and do those medicals. That's how moving fast it moved. Then here we go came. Mm, Here we go came from Fabrizio Romano as he said, breaking news, Morgan Gibbs-White to Tottenham Spurs. Here we go. And after that, he said a release clause after a direct contact with the Forest today, medical booked and set in the next 24 hours, as Telegraph Marcord reported. Following Kudus' done deal, massive moves by Tottenham Hotspurs, who actually a few hours after that announced Kudus as their new player who has signed a 6-year deal. He said it was always Tottenham that he wanted, and he's going to be wearing jersey number 20. Let's talk about this. These deals that Tottenham Spurs have just done in a short period of time. In 24 hours, they've had 2 here-we goes of Kudus and Gibbs-White. And it looks like they are creating a bomb of a team because these are two very, very good players. Players that I would say, even in my team, I would take good Kudus. Of course, Gibbs-White will be impossible, but I would take him as well because he is a good player. He can provide something. We've seen what he did in Nottingham Forest. We've also seen what Kudus done as well at West Ham United. These are good players, and the fact that Tottenham Hotspurs have them in their team, that blows on that team of Tottenham Hotspurs. That just changes the entire idea that we look at this Tottenham Hotspurs team and what they can offer in the game. And I'm just excited to see how that one plays out like. But that's what we were told when it comes to Kudus and Tottenham. Then, by the way, Real Madrid came back into the mix as we were being told. Real Madrid wants about 100 million euro for Rodrigo, who has interest from all over Europe. The Brazilian would prefer to play on the left wing back. That was according to OLE Sport there. There are so many people who are talking. Then another breaking news came in the hit from Fabrizio Ramon after the sale of Gibbs-White, who were being told that Nottingham Forest have renewed their interest in Yosin Wissa to make a fresh offer to sign the striker that has been turned down by Brentford. So they offered about 25 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken. But what Brentford are asking for, we said it's actually 50 million pounds, if I'm not mistaken. So Nottingham Forest offers 25, half of what Brentford are asking for. So there's gonna be a comparison. There's gonna be something that has to be done. It's nothing has been confirmed in terms of talks ongoing, but I think they'll work on that one to see what happens. Then we got a just in Alejandro Garnacho has been given permission to join his teammate in training at Carrington M in uncertain future. That's the interesting guy. The guy literally wears another team's jersey to tell you that he wants to move, and you cannot move him, and you're welcoming him back to the club. It's just exciting to be a United supporter. I'm telling you. Like I was telling you, Kudus was announced. We did get a Yamal Musiala, Jude Bellingham, Tegalon on FIFA 2026. That is gonna be the picture of everything. So that is gonna be amazing to see. Then also we got from this guy called Noah Myers. I don't really trust his source, but he's new. It's always amazing to talk about him, so you should go check it out. He came up with an exclusive saying that Nottingham Forest have made contact with Liverpool over a potential move for Harvey Elliott. Initial talks have also begun with the players' camp. Elliott and the Gustavo Hammer are Forest's top targets to replace Morgan Gibbs-White, and who is eagering close to move to Tottenham Hotspur. Liverpool value Elliott in the region of around 45 to 50 million pounds. Brighton, Newcastle, and several Bundesliga clubs are also in monitoring the situation. That's what was Noah Myers has been saying. So it looks like there's still gonna be some movement on Elliott. We'll talk about that on the Connect LFC. They said to put it in there because of what so that I don't disturb the flow. As we got an agreement between Fenerbahce and PSG have reached an agreement for Marco Asensio. He was offered a 9 million per year, but Asensio feels it's not enough and he wants a raise. Contact talks with the players camp are actually ongoing. That was confirmed by a Turkish journalist. I'm not gonna try to ruin his name, but I think it's called Yago Sabo or whatever you say, Glo or something like that. I think that's how you call it. I won't go far because I look stupid really in trying to make that make sense. Then also on the other side, Real Madrid have reached an exclusive came from Fabrizio Ramon confirming that Real Madrid have reached an agreement. Here we go, verbal agreement with them with Benfica. Real have negotiated to pay about 50 million euro in multiple installments instead of one payment clause. As soon as United confirm they don't activate the buyback clause, Alvaro will travel to Madrid. So that's what is happening here. Real Madrid are getting a player that United have the power to bring back, but we have to wait and see if that one actually happens. But that's where we are. According to CMC Sports, reports that Alanga has completed his media duty ahead of being unveiled as a Newcastle player. I think that has already been done. He is now a Newcastle player. I told you that there were a lot of things on today's show, people, and I've not even come to the biggest story that I've been waiting on, which of course we did talk about. We are told that breaking news: Hans Flick has given the green light to Marcus Rashford to arrival. Report Matteo Mareto, I think that's how you say it. New contract are expected in the coming years, he says. Rashford prioritized Barcelona and the negotiation could progress in the coming weeks. So we wait to see what happens on that. On another side, sorry, Enrique will be out for multiple weeks as he has suffered a relapse of the same injury he has been suffering since May. That's according to Mario Contega. I think that's how you go. Then the biggest bomber we have been waiting for started to happen. It started like this. Exclusive. Fabrizio Romano. He comes up and he said, Noni Madueke to us now. Here we go. Fee agreed and is exiting of about 50 million pounds with add-ons included green light from Chelsea. Madueke has already agreed a 5-year deal at, at Arsenal 5 days ago and is now set to complete the move. The winger is set to leave Chelsea to join Arsenal Football Club. That is according to Fabrizio Ramon. And we had other people coming out and actually confirming this, as we had from Fabrizio Ramon as well, and he said Chelsea, Arsenal and Chelsea have agreed 50 something. This is from Ben Jacobs by them. He said Arsenal and Chelsea have agreed a 52 million pounds fee for Noni Madueke as per Fabrizio Ramon coded. The deal currently being finalized. Unclear if Madueke will feature in the Club World Cup final. He trended this morning as usual. Madueke has already agreed terms on a 5-year deal with Arsenal. That's according to Ben Jacob. Just literally confirming what Fabrizio Ramon had said. Then it continued like that. Then somebody came in with so much anger and Arsenal fan after this was confirmed. And this is what he had to say. 6 forwards have been signed by Arsenal since Mikel Arteta joined. and four of those forwards came from Chelsea, namely Williams, Kai Havertz, Sterling, now Noni, Madueke. So that's what has been happening, people. A 20-minute show for me, keeping you updated of everything that is happening. My shock of the day, it has to be the Gibbs-White to Tottenham Spurs. I did not see that one. It was announced the first hour. It was done in the third hour. Noni Madueke, it was done very fast as per Arsenal movement, and it's now announced after 3 days. A lot of things are moving in the transfer window. It's just exciting to be in it at the moment. So do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the content. Let me know where you're watching us from. We are out. Peace. Subscribe to the content.